You gotta tap in.
All
Something like
right.
that, right?
Yeah, we are live. Let's get it. Sixers go up 3-0. Big win for the Sixers tonight, despite a ton of controversy tonight, which we'll talk about. You got the Embiid kicking kicking Claxton in the close to the groin. You got Harden getting ejected off a push off. And
That's
then
unbelievable, man. Like,
Nick Claxton getting ejected off a double tech. I think he deserved the first tech, but the second tech is like where the game is at. By the NBA's rules, yes, you tee him up for the, but it's like, come on, man.
yeah.
It's the
I,
playoff.
I don't know. Like, the only reason I found it acceptable is because like he's kind of like stopping Tobias Harris from inbounding the ball. I think had he like not been in the way, he
Yeah,
probably wouldn't have got another tech. Like,
yeah.
I
And
think
he's
they would have
not
allowed the
going out
flexing.
the yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying I think they would have allowed the flexing, but like when you're sitting there doing so much, you walking into guys and stuff like that, and they're trying to continue the game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's when it becomes excessive.
It's like you going out of your way. Like it's the same thing with the dunk, bro. Like he dunks the basketball and then he takes 4 steps to walk into the Embiid's direction. Like when you dunk on if you dunk on somebody, you even dunk on Embiid. If you dunk on somebody and you step over them because you dunked on him, he's right in front of you, respect. But you
Exactly.
dunk and a dude falls and then you walk 3 feet to the right to step over him. Like any competitor is not going to let like any grown man that like has any sense of pride is not letting another man just step over him like that. Like that's not
Yeah.
at least I don't know. Like I don't you know what I mean? Like if you got that dog in you, you're not going to just let another man.
Yeah.
Now and B shouldn't have reacted that way. He shouldn't have tried to kick him.
Yeah, definitely not.
That was goofy, but I get where Embiid was coming from. He didn't hit him in the nuts. I don't think he should have been. I think the flagrant one was fair, and
It was close, man. Like
it was close though. I wouldn't
bro,
have
he
given.
was a couple of inches from being out of there 2 minutes into the game, man.
Yeah,
Bro, I had just gotten the house too, turned that joint on, and like I see like they're reviewing. I'm like, bro, what are they reviewing, man? I just got in the house. It's 7:40. I turn it on. I see 9:51 left in the game, and every time, oh, and B might be going. I'm like, what happened?
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. And it's crazy. It's crazy that this happens right after the Draymond thing. Like I feel like if Draymond didn't stomp on Sabonis 2 days ago and be doing this, no one would have been like, oh, he should have been ejected. Like, oh, he should have been thrown out the game. But because of what Draymond just did 2 days ago and him being ejected and then suspended, it's
Yeah,
all right, man. And B, like, if you gonna suspend Draymond for what he did, and B's got to be at least ejected from the game, at least. And I think that's where people are like, yo, how did Draymond get ejected and then suspended? And B gets a free walk.
well,
But I think context is key. Draymond's got, there's literally a 3.5 minute clip of Draymond doing the like kick and keep people in the nuts, tackling cats, like
yeah,
doing the most throughout his whole career. So I do think that should play a role. And I think that's why Draymond got suspended. I don't think he should have got suspended. I don't even think he should have got ejected from that game because I think Sabonis was holding.
nah, oh no, he definitely should got ejected. The
I
suspension,
disagree with that.
bro.
I don't think he
Because
should have got
the
ejected.
suspension.
Or if
Go ahead.
you're gonna eject Draymond, then Sabonis should have been ejected because Sabonis was holding his ankle.
Yeah, I think the refs got the call right. Like I think it's a rare W for them. Like, cause like him holding him, like it's not like he had him like in a vice grip. Like he was like kind of hold, like his arms were like around his leg, but it's not like he was like
He was.
yeah, but no, he wasn't like gripping it. Like he had like both his arms around it, but like his leg was still like loose. But he rightfully got a tech. Like I can
It
see the
looked like he was
argument.
gripping it to me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, now granted, I can see if like it was like they call it like a flagrant two or something like that. Say it was like unnecessary and excessive contact. Like I can see your angle from that, but like Draymond Green had to get ejected. Like you can't just like stop on someone's sternum. Like it wasn't even like it wasn't accidental. Like I was watching that game live, So
Yeah.
like I saw all the stuff that happened prior to it, like the jawing back and forth, the tangles and like that,
Yeah.
and him cussing
Yeah.
them out all game. And it's like when he did it, like even like live and watching the replay, it's like he accelerated his foot. It wasn't like he just like kind of
Yeah.
just like jumped up and stepped. It's like he
Yeah.
pushed his foot
Yeah.
down
He did. He
harder
did.
than he needed to
Yeah.
do so. And it's
Yeah.
like you could kill somebody doing that. So it's like he had. Like, I think that's kind of. No, Joe Dumars did say that history played a role in it. I don't like that kind of stuff because, like, if you punish somebody for their past mistakes and stuff like that, you punish. Like if somebody goes to jail and they punish, they punish. They like
Yeah.
you face, like, you know what I mean. If you face the punish the consequences for your actions and stuff like that, then you face the consequences and you move on. You move on. So who's in here? I see it says 2 watching. Who's in here? Who's in here?
Brian Cruz. So it's a wrap if it never becomes Maxey time against the Celtics. Yo, that's such a good point because it's like
excellent point.
Yo, we literally talked about this during the game, and this is the one thing that Embiid did do on the last possession, but I think it's something that the Sixers can do a better job of yo, let the hot hand cook, man. Like Maxey scored 7 in a row, and Embiid's standing not even at the nail. This dude's at the 3-point line, calling for the ball, trying to back down Royce O'Neal while he's getting triple teamed. Like, yo, just let Maxey cook whoever's in front of him. He's been cooking all night. He had a great game too. It's like we don't allow, if it's not Harden and Embiid, we don't allow whoever's hot to just cook and just do them for a little bit. Even if it's at the end of the game, like I get Embiid, you're the MVP of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it. You average 33 a night, but there's certain times in certain games where it's like, yo, you especially tonight, you just didn't have it tonight, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yo, you have bad games. You have MVPs that have bad games. You didn't have it tonight. Let Maxey go and get his. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's such a great point of
that's a good point by Cruz.
Yo, like let Maxey cook, man. Like just let him cook.
And I think man, he speaking of Maxey, yo, he was exceptional, man. And like
he was great.
Bro, I'm telling you, him, Melton, and Tucker, like they're the only ones where like they're focused the whole game. Like they don't get less under their skin. Like Embiid, like he'll start moping sometimes. Harden, like he'll start grilling sometimes.
Yeah.
Harris sometimes he'll just flat out be invisible, so like you don't even know the air.
Yeah.
But like Maxey, like and it's for such a young player, he's about a 22-year-old kid. Like that's great to see out of a kid like that, like having that type of poise and that kind of mindset where like not only is he like an exceptionally hard worker, but from that mental fortitude at such a young age, like he's gonna be a beast, man.
Yeah, bro, that 3 that he hit, I think it might have been the one to take the lead. I'm about to see if I can pull up the box score. It was a 3 that he hit in the fourth quarter. That joint was crazy. Yeah, it was 96-96. We come out of a timeout and he hits that step back 3. I'm like, yo, this kid is ice cold, man. Like ice cold. And he's really stepped up big. Like our guys have stepped up big. Tobias, I thought for whatever reason, when it just gets to crunch time for him, like he just be blowing layups, missing open threes. Like I thought he played well tonight in the first half. When we get it was like as soon as Harden went out, like Tobias to start missing layups, like missing.
He didn't know what to do.
Like it was crazy. He only had 15 tonight, 15 and 7, not bad. And B had 14 and 10. Harden had 21. That's crazy. He didn't even play the fourth quarter, only 29 minutes. But yeah, Maxey carried. Melton was all.
He's such a pro, bro. He's such a professional.
Like, he's so good. Like defensively, he's picking cats' pockets, deflecting passes. He's all over the place. Like you said, he's poised. It was crazy because after Harden got ejected, we're down 6, and first play out of the timeout, Melton deflects a pass. He's like, yo, let's go. Like he just deflects it, makes a nice defensive play, but he's getting everybody together like, yo, let's go. It's an all bench unit. Paul Reed is still on the floor, but he's getting the guys like rallied. And I think when you have like Melton and then you have Maxey and those other guys, while Embiid's struggling, while Embiid's not really poised, he's letting them get under his skin. Those guys like calming the situation down. and them just fighting till the end, I think it's a huge sign, man. Like I think tonight was a big championship win, being down 6.
That's that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah,
100%. That's a championship kind of win right there.
yeah. And
Like you have to win those games.
Never win, bro. Like we never win these games. When have the Sixers ever won these games?
Right. Like that's that's such a great like emotional and mental and physical, because that was a physical game, which I like. I love. And one thing I'll say about Jacques Vaughn, man, I like him as a coach from what I've seen from this year, man. Like he was a point guard from like what the 90s, 2000s ish, like around that time period.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And like that's what I like to see out of a coaching. So like he coached his team, and you can see like he said, you know what, man, y'all have to play like how we used to play. And that's the kind of like energy and attitude that Brooklyn brought to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And like I'm glad for us to win that type of game, because we've been talking all year about how like these guys, they move. Like when the going gets tough, they get going. Like they had that kind of like mentality for the past few years. So seeing them like have teams like elbowing on their back, man, stepping over them, doing whatever it takes, to frustrate them mentally, and like even throwing like little cheap dirty shots at them. Like I love to see that they won a game like that. That actually makes me a lot more confident that they'll be able to like compete with Boston next round.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tonight was huge. Like you said, like I think the crazy thing is, like you said, it's just one of those games where we're getting punched in the mouth. Like stuff's just not going our way. Like Tobias is missing layups in the fourth quarter. Like it just seemed like every time we would get to one possession, Brooklyn would just hit that shot. Like Dorian Finney-Smith hits a 3. I'm like, come on, man. Like, and for us to be able to persevere through that and come out on top tonight is like huge. While Embiid not having his best game and Harden being ejected for a push off.
Like,
what? Like what? We can't you had 5 minutes to get the Embiid call right. Like if you felt like there's no makeup call, you got to review it. You're not like sometimes ball goes out of bounds, so I'm gonna just call a foul on the other end. You have 5 minutes to review this. So don't do no flagrant 2 makeup call. What's the makeup call?
You can't make up an ejection. Like
you can't just
you can make up a offensive foul, a charge.
Yeah,
like a regular foul. You can't. Yeah, like how you do a makeup call?
You can't make up an ejection, bro. Like Reggie Miller is an airhead, bro. I can't. TNT is like it's crazy, bro. The Sixers are up 12. And we come out of a timeout, and I'm looking at Mikal Bridges highlights. I'm like, these dudes are down 2-0, down 12, and y'all showing me Spencer Dinwiddie highlights. Like, what is he? What? He's shooting like 40% or 30% from the field in the series, and I'm watching Spencer Dinwiddie highlights. Get the heck out of here, man.
Yeah, who's in here other than Caruso?
Yeah, I see another message. Caruso said, great looks for Tobias and just blowing layups in the fourth. Yeah, man. Like, Toby's just smoking layups, smoking threes. But yeah, man, it's just frustrating with the referees. I mean, you can't make. I can't believe Harden got ejected for that. I've never seen anything like that. It's a regular push off. Just because you get hit in the nuts doesn't mean. Again, like this idea, like thinking that you can just read someone's mind. Like they're playing basketball. It moved like. The game is moving so fast. Like you think Harden's like while doing a jab step, like I'm gonna hit him in the nuts and then do a step back. In the triple threat. Let me get him in the nuts real quick.
Yeah. At the end of the quarter too, like it's 4 seconds left in the quarter. Like he's trying to get his last shot. Like come on, man.
It's like come on, yo. Like is that what you think? Like that's crazy. Like it's crazy talk, and it's crazy that he got freaking ejected for that, man. Like that's crazy in the playoffs. Like, insane. Yeah. So,
real quickly, we'll give Doc Rivers his credit. Like he definitely is doing a great job coaching this series and stuff like that. And for him to, make sure his team pulled out this type of game where they could have easily, fell for the NBA's trap and losses, which we'll get to. We'll get to the title of this video, why it said the NBA allowed it. That's what we're going to hit on for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
But leading into it, that's great that Doc Rivers was allowed. I mean, not allowed, but it's great that Doc Rivers was able to get his team the dub in this game.
Yeah.
That's a coaching win. Like when your one star is ejected, the other one isn't really playing well. Like you give it to Maxey.
Yeah.
Harrison didn't really do that in the second half. That's a Doc Rivers win.
Yeah. Great lineups too. I thought him putting Tucker back in the game late, I thought was a good move because for whatever reason, like it seems like Niang isn't getting his shots off quickly, his threes. There was a couple times where I felt like Melton could have made the extra pass to Niang, but didn't make it. But Niang started to get cooked a little bit on the defensive end, like towards the end of I think it was the end of the third. Or we were just stalling offensively, and it was kind of just like, all right, like let's just try and get some stops. Like it seems like we can't get stops. So yeah, we gave up 35 in the third and only 15 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Like we clamped them in the fourth quarter, and I thought that was huge. And I thought Doc had all the right lineups. Jalen McDaniels has been really him and Paul Reed playing together with Melton and that second unit. Our defense is insane, bro. And Harden is good enough to just get them shots. Like I think the second unit was great. And I forget where were we going? So we could talk about like what did the NBA allow to happen? The Brooklyn Nets didn't have a foul in the second half until 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Something like that. Like 3:47, 3:57, something like that.
It's like, yo, they're playing physical basketball, chippy basketball. They're pushing Embiid. They're tackled, bro. Embiid was getting tackled all night. That's another it's like, yo, I get the playoff basketball thing, but let's still play basketball. Mm-hmm. And I hate that because Joel Embiid is 7'2", 275, that he's allowed to get treated like he's allowed to just get thrown around and bumped around and like stuff like that. Like I think that's corny. And I feel like it happens to us all the time in the playoffs. But I just think that's insane that the Brooklyn Nets didn't have a foul called on them for that long in a quarter.
Yeah, you're talking about like 20 minutes of action. You telling me a team didn't commit a foul in 20 minutes?
That's playing that 20 minutes of league and stuff.
A team you're playing deny defense. You're double and triple teaming cats. They're holding, they're grabbing people on rebounds, and they didn't commit a single foul in 20 minutes. Yeah, but we already know doesn't the NBA get like extra like sponsorship money or something like that if series go to 5 games? It's like something that like I remember seeing that like some years ago. Yo, and also if you're in here, please leave a comment, leave a like. We greatly appreciate it. And we hear y'all
like and subscribe for sure.
Tell us what y'all think about the game.
Yeah, definitely like.
I think about the NBA product in general, but yeah, man, like not calling a foul that BS ejection. Yo, and that a foul against Tucker, man. At the end of the game, like come on, bro, just smoked the layup, and they
like come on, man, come on.
I'm usually cool with Tony Brothers. Like I respect him as a ref.
Yeah,
but it's like, come on, Tony, man. Like you've been reffing Sixers games for 30 years, man. Like we don't need that out of you.
Yeah.
Like, if it's Scott Foster, that's one thing. But come on, it's Tony Brothers acting like that.
Yeah. You know what else is pretty crazy? Just the way the game ended. Like Royce O'Neal, bro. That was crazy. Yo, a game on the line and had that turnover. I think that was Royce O'Neal that was inbounding the ball that just passed it to Melton.
Oh, yeah. Yo, but speaking of the game ended, yo, were you in like a time warp too?
Yeah, bro.
Was it just me or did they like not show the last 5 seconds of the game?
Literally.
I was watching the commercial and it was like the Sixers win. I'm like, yo, what happened? Like,
the game came back on and Dorian Finney-Smith clanked his like 4-3 the freaking night. He's terrible, bro. Yo, the Nets suck, man. Like they suck, yo. Like they're an awful team. I do I like Bridges, I like Johnson, I like Claxton. But outside of that, man, they just got a bunch of role players. Like they got a bunch of guys that I would like for our team. Like, yo, give me Dinwiddie, give me Royce O'Neal. You feel me? Like, give me Royce O'Neal. He could
Nah, you
play.
can have those cats.
O'Neal could he
Yeah,
play
no,
decent.
I want the guy that we should have.
Yeah,
And that's who I want, the dude we should have.
yeah.
And we got number 12 instead.
I think
I'm not gonna get on. I'm not gonna get on number 12 because I mean he's been fine.
who Toby?
Yeah, but we turned number one on Brooklyn until number 12 on our team, and I don't see the benefit in that.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's something in Harris that he's better than Mikal Bridges. Maybe at something, but I don't see it.
nah, that was just a terrible move.
Yeah,
It's a terrible move.
Yeah, we're definitely have to make a little video about that move. Let's see, has TNT streamed? Yeah, yeah, Caruso, 100%. Yeah, like even in it was another game I was watching.
Your
It might have been
stream been cutting
game
in and
one.
out? Has it been cutting in and out for you sometimes?
Yeah, there'll be times where it's like we'll just miss part of the game. Like part of the game was
Yeah.
what was it? No, the Boston game. The Boston game. It happened. Like the Boston game, like we missed like 9 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Because I remember Brian.
TNT.
Yeah, because I remember I was talking about it with Brian, and Brian was like, I was like, oh man, I can't wait for this. And Brian's like, yo, yeah. I'm like, what happened, Brian? He was like, yo, man, that was a crazy block. And I'm like, when you see a block, he was like, what time? How much time you got in your game? I'm like, I got 8:13. He's like, it's 8:02. I'm like, I'm watching it live on TNT. He was like, me too. Yeah. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, the TNT, and I'm streaming it on my laptop and then putting it on my TV. And there's been multiple times where the stream would just stop and I would have to refresh like the link. And it's like, bro, like I might as well watch this joint on Stream East. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to stream it through cable. Like I might as well
go to my East stream, not Stream East. You're talking about East stream.
Yeah. East stream something. Watch it on another freaking website.
Yeah, come on, man. You don't want them to get caught, bro.
Everybody.
No, we know they get caught on that.
Bro, it'll be freaking. I feel like it's like millions of cats on that.
Nah, we used West River. That's what we used.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think was a good, a huge dub. I'm really looking forward to Boston, but I feel like the Sixers we just need to close this freaking series out Saturday. And we just need to let Embiid rest because he didn't look, Embiid always, every once in a while, he has those games where he pulls up and he's just like, we're just like, yo, like, are you injured? Are you tired? like literally from the tip, there was multiple plays in like the first quarter, in the first couple minutes of the game, where Embiid was just like, he was kind of moving slow, reacting late, even defensively. And I was like, yeah, Embiid doesn't look well right now. So he might, but too many days off for him is like when he has 3 days off, like he be like out of shape. Like it's like he just be, I don't know how, but I don't know. Like he just didn't look right from the rip to me, at least tonight. And I don't know what it was, but we just need to take care of business on Saturday. Let Embiid rest. Let Harden rest. Like Harden banged his knee.
Yeah, I don't want to see this cat no more.
Yeah, it's like, yo, and I feel like whenever Harden and Embiid hit the floor, it's like they be
dead.
They be getting up so slow, bro. Like it's like they careers over, bro. Like Embiid's moping to the locker room once a game in the postseason. Like, why? Like, what? Why is it only with them? Only with them is it like every time they hit the deck, it's like Embiid's like, ooh, like, and then just gets up and shoots his free throws and then runs down the court. Yeah. It's like, why you have to make it seem like you about to be out for the playoffs every time you get touched? Like, it's like a show with these cats, man. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But did you have any other thoughts on the game? Like anything else that you saw?
Yeah, NBA sucks, bro. That's all I can say, man. Like,
Gary Payton.
bro, I'm so happy they won that. Yeah, I'm so happy, man, because they tried their best. The big Harry, let's say he'd be acting like he's 90 years old.
Yo, he really do, bro.
Yo, you're right, bro.
Yo, I feel like his back hit the ground so many times tonight, and it's like he's falling full. Like he don't be trying to break his fall sometimes. It's like he just be flopping around. It's like, yo, like, come on.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever watched. Have you ever watched Karate Pictures, bro?
Nah,
like those old karate pictures from like the 70s.
Nah,
They're like, yeah, my dad had me watching those, man, because he loved those growing up. They're funny. And B reminds me that when he be grabbing his back and stuff like that. His back, back in the day, like a lot of those actors like did their own stunts. So, like sometimes they would really get hurt, and like they would forget to cut it out. So like sometimes they'll be doing the karate and they'll get knocked to the ground and they'll really hurt their back. And like, oh, the ground. And that's what B reminds me of, man.
Yeah, bro. He be
wait, what
he had those cartoon injuries that he would have to yo, that's really fast, bro. I'm telling like, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like what happened? And then he'll just run back down the court and then be on or he'll be like laboring on defense. And then once he grabs the rebound, he'll go coast to coast. And it's like, like James Harden, right? Like James Harden, when he banged his knee on against Michael, hits the three, comes back down on the defensive and gets blown by Michael Bridges, acting like there's something wrong with his knee. And he gets the ball in the next possession, bink, bink, cross to the lane, layup. It's like, bro, you was never hurt. Like you just didn't want to play defense, but you wanted to act like you was hurt because you wanted to take the defensive possession off. It's like, yo, these dudes, man, we got two of the biggest freaking actors in the league.
It's like he got cartoon injuries that he on the scenes. Yeah, man. I'm glad he watches cartoons though.
Yeah, but you what else did you say? You said oh my gosh, bro. Kawhi Leonard, left pinky toe sprain.
Oh,
Gary
Payton. Seasonal allergies. He's out.
Out for the playoff. Daniel House today was out with a non-COVID illness.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with these cats, man?
Draymond Green, mental illness.
It's like, yo, cats really just be taking nights off in the postseason. Like, this stuff is weird, man. Kawhi Leonard's really weird. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he sprained his knee. But the Clippers, like, I think I saw something on Twitter was like, it's just precautionary. Precautionary? About it's game 3 of the playoffs. Like, what?
Yo, man.
In the playoffs, potentially 5 games. You talk about some precautionary.
Yo, like, one thing Javine always say to me, bro, and like I definitely take it serious now. Like he used to always say, appreciate your goats. Now, I ain't calling people my goats, but I understand. I get the message. Like, yeah, like we're probably never gonna have those like Kobe Bryants and Allen Iversons, like those guys like that. We're probably not gonna have guys like that anymore.
Yeah, man. It's just
not the way these players are getting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, who would you say is like I'm trying to think of like I don't want to say who's on that level because I think there's a lot of really good players in the league right now. But then it's like, yeah, like who's really like that, like a Kobe, or even like a young, like prime LeBron. Like LeBron was durable, bro. Like LeBron was showing up. LeBron was playing in the playoffs. LeBron was carrying bums. Now it's like, oh, I don't like my team. I want out. I want to play with. It's like, bro, you've been in the league for 3 years. You haven't even done nothing yet. LeBron carried scrubs to the finals.
Right.
His organization decided not to do anything. So it's like, I don't like that LeBron went to Miami, but he could justify like, yo, I've been here for 8 years. These cats, all they could give me was Arjunas Ilgauskas. That's the best they could do for me in 8 years. Yeah, I'm out. Like, respect. But then you got cats like Zion, like 2 years ago. There's rumors that Zion's like, bro, you need to stay on the court first. You need to actually play basketball first before you start demanding trades. Like, what are we?
Yeah. And I understand Doncic might be out.
Yeah, it's like, but they did kind of drop the ball with Brunson, the whole Brunson thing.
Yeah, that was bad. I
Yeah.
mean, well, yeah.
They should have just paid
I
him.
really, I would take Brunson too, just because of like, I just think he has better. He's more impactful, especially in the locker room, than like somebody like Kyrie Irving. Like
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving has more talent, but like, I definitely think Brunson's better for like team chemistry and for. I mean, he gets the job done, so he's the only player making the rest. Hey man, it's just that type of league.
Yeah.
Got the Kings losing to Golden State, and they missing
Curry.
two of the most important players, man.
Curry's a good one. Like Curry on like that.
Yeah.
Like that Kobe dog like type John.
Yo, my dad swears that like Curry wouldn't be that good, like if he played like 30 years ago.
I think anybody that can shoot the ball from half court, just like regular, like would be good in any era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
I mean, like, I don't care who he's playing with, and I think, it might have been more physical, like maybe more hand checking and stuff like that. But Curry's a beat, like Curry can do it all. He can get to the rim and he can finish. Like his touch is insane. Like people think he's just a 3-point shooter. He's not. He has vision. He's a really good playmaker. He does it all.
Even like on the defensive end, like he's not really a on ball type of guy, but he definitely is good when it comes to like team concepts and stuff like that. Like he can play within the system. Yeah, cause I was thinking about something. Cause I was watching a video that I watched a video that Kwame Brown had, and he was like explaining like the little stuff that players used to do, like on the court, with like when people would flash to the paint, like how the centers were taught, like yo, like when a guard flash into the paint, like lean in and throw an elbow into their chest, like just like stuff like that, because he was like back in the day, like the refs wouldn't call that. So it's like when you had guys, and he was like, if you watch the Pistons, like even though the Pistons had guys that was only scoring like 12 points a game, like they were so effective, and they were in the finals or the conference finals for like 5-6 straight years, just because the way the rules were in the NBA, like they were just a lot, like the defense that they could play, like teams just wear, it was just worn down, and it was just nothing they could do.
Yeah.
I was wondering like if Curry had to if like the Warriors of last year had to play like the 2004-2005 Pistons, like how would that series go?
Yeah.
I think he was saying he thinks the Pistons will smoke the Warriors.
I think it's tough because it's like, because the way the way the game is being played now, the teams that are in this era have to adjust to this era as well. So like if those other teams had to play in this era, just shooting a bunch of twos, you can't win in this league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now we play in a league where you have to get threes up. That's why the Nets are losing. They can't even, they were like, bro, they shot like 45% from three tonight, but they only shot like 25 threes or something.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you got to get more threes up. Why? Because the Sixers are just killing you. You're doubling Embiid. Everybody on the floor can shoot. So it's like, it's kind of like changed the way that the game is like played in a way. Like I think it's kind of, I just think it's hard to compare eras, because now that changes the way that you plan in the offseason. That changes the way that you prepare your body for the, you know what I mean? Like for the postseason and like
100%
regular season and stuff like that. So it really changes everything. And I think that's why you see certain guys struggling in the playoffs, because when it gets tighter, it gets there's more strategy. They're seeing the same team. Some of these guys just don't have the basics, like entry pass, like just small stuff. Like some of these guys just don't have the basics down. Like it's so hard for Tyrese Maxey to get Joel Embiid the ball. Like, and he's 7'2", but it's because of maybe I'm just saying, like maybe it's because of the era that he's playing in, to where it's like We need him to be a 45% 3-point shooter. We need him to be able to get guys off the dribble. We need him to be able to do step backs and all this other stuff. Whereas back then it was just like, yo, just do the fundamentals, play defense. You might have like one or two stars that like do all the work, and you just gotta like play your role. But now I feel like it's like if you can't shoot like 3 at a high percentage, like, you're cooked.
He probably never played with like any center growing up.
Yeah,
that he had to give the ball to. One thing I'll say about the errors though, like it's hard to compare them, but I will say that like playoff basketball kind of proves that it's harder to adjust to physicality than it is to adjust to shooting.
I agree.
Like, I think if you grow up and you're in a shooting era, like you can learn how to shoot because like, you could just be in an open gym and be playing with Drew Hanlon and like and learn how to shoot. But like you see like guys like Trae Young can't do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah, which is why you see guys' numbers go down. But then you see guys like Kawhi Leonard whose numbers go up. Why?
Yep,
he freaking plays basketball. He doesn't just shoot. If you're not Steph Curry, all that shooting 15 threes, like name 5 other players that shoot the volume and play like Steph Curry and do it actually efficiently in the playoffs.
Right.
I don't know, like Kevin Durant, why is he so lethal in the postseason? Because it's mid-range. Because he can score. He's a 3-level scorer. He can hit you a bunch of different ways. Like dudes like D-Book, like Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, like all these guys, like it's not just threes. Like it has to be a mixture. Like you have to have a mixture, and you have to be able to play through the physicality. And I think that's what makes like Kawhi Leonard great. I think that's what makes Kevin Durant great. And even Steph Curry, like early on, he couldn't play through the physicality. It kind of roughed him up, but like obviously, he's an OG at this point.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that I think Embiid's probably still, growing into as far as like the postseason. Like just like playing through the physicality and stuff like that. But I feel like Embiid just be getting abused, bro. Like he just be. I feel like it's not fair what be happening to him. Like
it really isn't, man.
Like it, just because he's so big, like it's just crazy. I feel like he yeah. But transition. I wanted to ask you this Sixers question. Do you think that Maxey deserves a max contract? Like, would you
like a rookie max extension, something like that?
Yeah, like the Ben Simmons max, like probably like 5-year, $200 million.
Jeez, that much? Oh my gosh,
it's crazy, man. I think that's what his max would be. And let me know what y'all like. If y'all still here in the chat, like, do y'all think like would y'all pay Maxey that kind of bag?
That's tough.
What Jordan Poole's contract was, because Jordan Poole didn't get a max. Jordan Poole got a 4-year, $128 million contract. Because I'm seeing like rumors.
Yeah, Maxey get 150.
Yeah, he's better than Jordan Poole.
Yeah, because he's definitely better than Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Poole is unsurprisingly 1 for 4 right now. Yeah, Maxey has to get more than Jordan Poole.
Yeah, it will be 5.
He's way more consistent.
Yeah, 5.
He's not just waiting for like slightly attractive girls to be in the sidelines for him to play well. Like Maxey can play no matter who's in the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, even tonight, man, like he shows he's still lacking as a passer, but I think he's shown spurts and glimpses of him being able to run an offense. I don't know if he'll ever be that, like say like a Dame type of guy who can give you one. I think he'll be able to score 20, 28 in this league.
Hold on a second. Caruso said absolutely. You said absolutely to what?
Absolutely that he should get the max.
Like what kind of contract you think he should get, Caruso?
I don't think a max is crazy.
Yeah. But he hasn't made an all-star team. That's the only thing is like, had he made an all-star team, I would say definitely yes.
Yeah.
But like, I
Yeah,
don't know
max
if he even
is
got the
kind of
all-star.
crazy. A max is it's crazy. Maybe 5 years, like 160, 175. 175.
I can definitely go with. I can go if he gets if you give him Harris's contract, I'm cool. Now I think about it, yeah,
That's what
you
I'm
can give
saying.
him Harris. Yeah, you can give him
But
Harris's contract.
because if Tobias Harris got the max, Tyrese Maxey, and the reason why I wouldn't be mad at maxing Maxey is because his work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that I think with how good his shooting is, how much he's improved as a player, I think that he could be a top like 20, 25 player.
Yeah.
Honestly. And it's hard to make that projection, but I would be comfortable of like, okay, I believe in him enough, him and Embiid, and maybe we get, depending on what Harden does, maybe we get another guy in here if Harden leaves or if Harden stays. By the time
That's
Max
not his fault.
25, 26, um, I think he could be that guy. And he was
Yeah.
hurt this year. I think if Maxey would have stayed healthy this year, I think he could have made an all-star team. But then him getting hurt and then coming off the bench and this and that, like I think next year he'll probably average like maybe 23 a game. It depends though. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
Harden's gonna do. If Harden comes back, I think,
It's technically a second year because of Rivers' effect.
that's facts.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with Kuso, bro. Like, yeah, I agree with him, man.
His shooting splits are insane, bro.
Yeah, if more was it Embiid and Harden aren't on this roster, we have the ability to do it and get another player.
Yeah.
That's true too. I'm hearing like if we trade, like if Harden wants to go to Houston, I'm hearing that like we would have to trade him there. Like they can't, like it has to be a sign and trade. I don't know why, but like that's what I heard. It might not even be true, but like
Yeah.
that's what I was saying when I was looking at those articles and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I mean, Houston gonna have a top 4 pick this year, so I mean, like if they're gonna just give us that draft pick for Harden, I'd be cool if he has a bad playoffs. Like I wouldn't just want to trade Harden for a young guy, but like if we
Yeah.
had to lose him, I guess I wouldn't be mad if like we got one of the best players coming up in the draft.
Yeah.
But, like
Or
other
we
than that, like
maybe.
I definitely agree with y'all when it comes to Max.
Yeah.
Like you can give him a Max.
We get a Rockets package and then flip that package for Dame.
Damon Maxey.
Dame Maxey and Embiid.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
getting it done.
I still like Jaylen Brown's in play though. Like I think I was telling you about that earlier, bro. Like
You think
Jaylen
Boston
Brown.
would trade him to us though?
I mean, I don't. It's tough, but like it would have to be a sign and trade because for whatever
And
reason,
Harden
like
would have to go to Boston.
no, it could just be Harris because Harris because
You know Brad Stevens ain't trading Jaylen Brown in any package evolved
yeah,
around
but
I
I know that Harris isn't really because this is why I say that.
Maxey would have to be included in that. And I don't even think they would do that.
No, they would 100% do it for Maxi. No, like if they did a trade like that, it would have to be like 2 draft picks and stuff to go along like with Harris. The only reason I say Harris is because they need like a wing player because they're still in the championship window because they still have Tatum and they still have Horford in them like that. Like they still have to push for a championship. Like
They could get
like they're not going to trade Jaylen Brown to Houston for like a bad team. They're going to have somebody that can play on the team at average 18 points so they can still compete for a championship. Like obviously
a
Harris
lot of guys they could get. I mean, they could do the same.
And he's also an expiring contract too.
But what they could do, because they have more assets, Jaylen Brown's a better piece than James Harden. They could trade Jaylen Brown to Houston and trade that package and get Dame. I don't think there's a chance that the Sixers could make a trade for a Jaylen Brown. Like I don't think they had the pieces. Like what are we going to say? Yo, we'll give you our 2029 first and our 2031 first and Tobias Harris for Jaylen Brown.
Hey man, it took a 2019 first for Kevin Garnett in 2011. So yeah.
Yeah, that was I don't even know who was that was crazy. But yeah,
I mean, it's a long shot. It's a long
hear
shot,
you.
but you know
That would be if we could get Jaylen Brown, I would love Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I guess or we could trade Tobias and just free up the cap space and sign Jaylen Brown, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing he's gone. I'm hearing he can't stand being in Boston.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too.
Like he don't like the people or anything in Boston, apparently. The food, the accents, like he just don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. I mean, if Harden leaves, we're gonna be in a tough position because I don't know what they could like. I don't know what we could do. Because I'm hearing that they can outright sign Harden because they don't have anyone on the books. Think about it. They got a team full of rookies. They traded Eric Gordon. Like they don't have.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
There's no one on their rock. Like we would be able to pay Harden more money because
it's because of the new CBA. Yeah, why? Well, yeah, I wasn't understanding why they said. Yeah, why were they saying that? Like, it has to be a sign and trade.
Nah, I don't think that's accurate. Honestly, they're gonna have like.
The thing is, like, you know what it might be?
Yeah, they're gonna have
like he's on a player option. I think because he's on a player option, I think what they can do is that technically Harden does have another year left. So I think what they're trying to say is that like if he wants to leave, like he could still opt in and play his final year for the Sixers, or like if he wants to go to a specific team, like the Sixers can try to recover and exit. Like if Houston wants Harden back, just to guarantee that they get him, they can like do a sign and trade just to make sure that like Harden doesn't get to free agency in the following year and just can go to any team. Like any team can just offer more. I think that's
kind of like the Jimmy Butler thing.
Exactly.
Like, we just get Josh Richardson type thing. But yeah.
Well, we'll get somebody better than that for James Harden, probably. Most likely,
maybe. Only because it's like if they have 61 million in cap space and they can outright sign him, like I don't think they would give up too much for him.
They wouldn't, but like a lot can happen in that final year though. Like any other team has time to prepare. Like, oh, yo, James Harden about to be off, so like we can prepare for him.
But if it's like, what do you mean final year?
Like I'm saying, like if the Sixers like were to convince him to do his last year of his contract or whatever, like other teams will have a chance to like prepare for him.
He plays with us next year.
Yeah.
He's going to opt out though. Even if he does play with us, he's not opting into that contract. It's not a chance. He's going to, at least I think the chances of him opting in are low because I think it was he was betting on himself, which he should have. Mm-hmm. But the player option was like just in case he doesn't perform the way he thinks he does, if he got hurt or something like that, then he'll just opt in and he'll have the money. But I think if he opts out, he's going to get more from us, which he should.
Yeah, that's true. But I also think that
I think he's a max player at this point.
Unless he plays bad in the playoffs though. Because if he's bad, if he's good this postseason,
round 2,
yeah. Like here's the thing: if he plays well in round 2, then we get to round 3, and if you get to round 3 or round 4, he'll be more incentivized to stay with the team, and we'll be incentivized to give him a max contract. So so it works out for everybody. Well, if he plays like plays piss poor basketball, and we don't want him anyway, is another team going to give him a max contract, saying like, "Oh, Harden, that's 2 years in a row you played like crap in the playoffs." So it's like it's kind of like it's a tough man. It's a tough situation.
I think it's just between Houston and Philly. Like I don't think he would go anywhere. And the thing is that we can still offer him more money, like maybe like 10, 15 million more than Houston can. Mm-hmm. Like because of like it's weird with the NBA where it's like the team that you're on can offer you a higher max contract than if you left in free agency.
And an extra year too.
Yeah, so that's where the
so that could be another part of why the sign and trade too. Because like if he wants that 5th year instead of a 4th year, like we can sign him to that 5th year contract and then ship him to Houston.
Right. Yeah. Nah, that's facts. I hopefully I think that the Sixers are ultimately gonna have to just cough up the bread and just like sign him. Like, and I think they should. Like his game could age. It could be like Chris Paul. If not, who cares? Like it doesn't matter. If we don't have James Harden next year, we're not winning unless they figure out how to sign Damian Lillard. Like it doesn't matter. Like nothing else matters. Like they just max him. Like people are like, oh, I'll pack Harden's bags. Yeah, all right. Like and you'll also be packing bags for a 2nd round exit for the rest of our maybe 2nd round. Maybe they get out of the 1st round without Harden. Maybe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or maybe they're definitely not beating Boston or Milwaukee ever in the 2nd round with Maxey and Embiid. Yeah, good luck with that. Like that's not happening. So it's like I think the Sixers are in a tough position, and that's what feared me with the 1 year John last year. So I was like, everybody was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I like it, but it's like, yo, he could dip, man. Like we needed to lock this man up, but he had to take less to get Tucker in house, and this is just the risk that we had to take. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what he's gonna do. I think it depends on the playoffs, like you said. Like if we get smoked in the 2nd round, it's like, yo, I might as well just go back to Houston where I like it in Houston. I might as well just go back to Houston. I'm never gonna win anyway.
Right.
Like that might be his mindset. Or we could mess around and win the championship. He's like, yo, I got my ring. I just want to go to Houston, make my bread, and just chill. I feel like the scenario to where he would definitely come back is if we got to like the Eastern Conference Finals and we came up just short. Then he might be like, all right, we gotta run it back. But I don't know. It's there's so many what ifs, so it's not even worth speculating. But yeah,
man, that's probably should wrap this joint up.
Yeah. Anything else y'all got in the comments? But if not, that's it. We can just
Good dub, man. One more to go. Get rid of these cats, bro.
Yeah, 3-0, bro. That's huge.
Yeah, don't see what happened last year with Toronto, man. We was up 3-0.
Yep.
Then they get to game 6, and next thing you know, Embiid's dead. Like, don't play around with your food.
That went to 6?
Yeah.
Because we was playing games. It's like, yo, we gotta get out of here. Yo, Saturday, we gotta kill these cats. Like, we have to.
Yeah, they would have fans, bro. They was chanting MVP.
Yo, did you hear that, bro? Did you hear the automated system doing that? Just said Brooklyn, and then when it's like, wait a minute, that's not their fans. That's a freaking audio, a freaking audio tune. Like, we need to stomp on them on Saturday. They're cooked, bro. They're demoralized. Nick Claxton had the best game of his career, and it wasn't enough, and he got ejected. Straight bum. Those guys, like, that was a crushing defeat. I know they were crushed. Royce O'Neal was like crying.
His head was down, bro.
Yeah, after that dumb behind turnover to end the game. Yeah, we got to take care of business and rest up for Boston. And going to Boston is still game 1. Just still game 1. Going in there, still 1 in Boston. We got to win 1 in Boston. We lose, if we go down 2 against Boston, I think it's done. But for now, we just got to take care of business.
It's gonna be all off-season talk. Go down to
we go down to
it's gonna be top 10 videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, we gotta steal 1. That's gonna be a good series, man. But we need the Harden that we got tonight. I thought Harden was great tonight when he was actually on the floor. 21 points, 5 boards, 4 assists.
He was a minus 15 though, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was a minus 15.
Yeah. He was in there for that momentum crushing like third quarter though, so I kind of like where that came from.
Yeah, yeah. Melton was a plus 24, man. Melton saved it tonight.
Jeez.
How about Paul Reed giving us serviceable freaking minutes? I love that.
Kudos to that young brother, man.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Kudos to that young brother, man. I'm definitely liking Paul Reed. 6 rebounds in 10 minutes, man. We'll take that.
You know who else, bro? We gotta shout out. And me and you, bro, we were literally saying this all season. Cats were like, yo, get PJ Tucker out.
Oh man.
PJ Tucker sucks. And me and you were both like, bro. Looking at the stat line, and I've had my PJ Tucker hate, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like none of this matters into the playoffs. PJ Tucker is one of the guys that makes playoff changing plays, the loose balls, the rebounds. How many second chance possessions has he created that have turned into momentum changing threes? Like in every game, in all 3 games, like PJ Tucker's been a huge factor on both ends of the ball, even though he bricked 2. Bro, he had 10 seconds to shoot both of his threes tonight and break both of them. And I was like, we need those, but it's fine because you had 8 rebounds. Dude had 3 offensive rebounds. PJ Tucker has been taking care of business. He's been doing his thing. So playoff P is here. Hopefully we get that same playoff P in the Celtics series.
Yeah, man. Can't say enough about that cat.
Yeah. But all right, man.
Let's call that one night. Yeah, we've been up here for 56 minutes.
Yeah.
Way longer than we anticipated.
Way longer than we anticipated, facts. But all right, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, continue to leave comments. For those of y'all that know us, hit us up. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Yeah, man.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.
Talk to you, bro.